So you find yourself up trying to wreck your brain for which is the best index fund that you should begin investing with, but you can't quite figure it out. Well, you have come to the correct channel, my friend. It's been about 2 months since I posted a video, and the reason for that is my mother recently passed away, and after she passed, I lost the desire to post videos, if I'm being honest with you. But after the fact, I realized that this truly is my passion and I have to get back into the swing of things. So I would ask you guys to please be patient with me. I want this to be an example for everyone who's going through something similar. If you've lost a loved one, it's very much so a traumatic event. Surround yourself with positive energy, positive individuals, and know that it never goes away, but it does get better. So I ask you guys for your support as well. And along with that, thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, because my growth has actually gone through the roof, even though I haven't posted in 2 months. So I want to thank you all for your support and watching these videos. It means the world to me, and it actually motivates me to continue doing this. With that being said, let's jump into this video, guys. The best index funds for you to begin investing in. So first, let's dive into why exactly is it that index funds are so popular? Well, it comes down to 4 particular categories. The first category being its attractive returns. Now, as of 2021, index funds are averaging about 11% returns, which is awesome. The second thing is its diversification. With investing in one particular index fund, you can actually own a small percentage of hundreds, if not thousands, of large companies. The third thing is you assume a very low risk. There's far less volatility as well as far less fluctuation. So that's what you want to look for as well. And the last thing being it's low cost. So on average, when you're investing in these index funds, you're going to spend about $5 per $10,000 invested. All right, so that's pretty much unheard of. Now that we understand why it is that index funds are so popular, let's go ahead and get into what exactly are the best index funds to begin investing with. The first index fund that I personally do invest in, and it's my absolute favorite, is a total stock market index fund. So for those of you who aren't familiar with what a total stock market index fund is, it is one that, in my opinion, is fully diversified by investing in large, mid, as well as small caps. Let's take Vanguard's total stock market index fund. It actually invests in over 3,500 companies. So when you're talking about investing in index funds, you want to be as fully diversified as possible. And there's no better fund that does so than a total stock market index fund. Now, for those of you who are up trying to decide which index fund is the best for you, or for those of you who have already decided and you're just looking to add a little bit more diversification to your portfolio, put down in the comments below which funds you are currently investing in, or even which funds you are considering. The second index fund that I would consider to be one of the best to invest in would be one that tracks the S&P 500, and that would be an S&P 500 index fund. So for those of you who are wondering, hey, you know, you're naming which ones are the best, but can you give the ticker symbols for those? Don't worry about it. I'm going to be linking those in the description below. Warren Buffett has stated that the only thing that typical and/or average investors need to do is invest in an index fund that tracks the S&P 500. And this would be exactly that. So there you have it. The 2 best funds for you to begin investing in: a total stock market index fund as well as S&P 500 index fund. Now, here is a caveat to this. It's a question that is oftentimes asked as well, and I even had this question early on when I first began investing. What exactly do these funds consist of? A total stock market index fund actually does consist of the same funds that are in the S&P 500. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with what an S&P 500 index fund consists of, It's 500 of the largest and most successful companies within the United States. Now, the kicker to this is those same 500 companies do also make up some of a total stock market index fund. The difference here being a total stock market index fund not only has those 500 companies, it also consists of over 3,000 additional companies that are made up of mid as well as small cap companies. You can't go wrong with either one. Some would say, well, why would I invest in one over the other? Should I invest in both? In my experience, you don't want to invest in both of these because there's too much saturation. Saturation meaning, why invest in 500 of the same companies 2 times? And I think that would be a little bit of overkill. Now, let's say that some of you have already decided which brokerage account you want to go with, and you went with Fidelity, and you want to know which Fidelity funds are the best to go with. In this video, I actually went over that, so go ahead and check that video out after this one. Now, for the bogleheads out there who also want to know, hey, which are the best Vanguard funds that I should be going with? I covered that in this video, so go ahead and check that one out after this. For all of you who are up watching these videos trying to find out which are the index funds that you should be investing in, what's the best strategy, I would say the simpler you can keep your investment strategy, the better, all right? Oftentimes what I see beginner investors make this huge mistake, and that is they start investing and they're purchasing 10, 11, 12 different funds to begin investing with, and that's not something that you need to do. I myself don't even invest in that many different index funds. Generally, I would always advise to start off with the lazy portfolio, and that would be just 3 particular funds. But there are many of investors who only invest in one. A total stock market index fund or even an S&P 500 index fund will do the job for you. For those of you who want to know which brokerage account is best to begin investing with, in this video, I actually went over that. So go ahead and check that video out after this one. Again, at the end of the day, this isn't something that you need to overcomplicate. Obviously, do your own due diligence and do your research so that you can figure out which one suits your personal investment strategy. However, what I will say is 9 times out of 10, you cannot and will not go wrong with a total stock market index fund or even an S&P 500 index fund. For those of you who may have specific questions regarding investing, go ahead and put those questions down in the comments below. I will ensure to go ahead and answer those questions to the best of my abilities. On this channel, I give you the best tips as well as strategies to help you get out of debt, stay out of debt, reach financial independence so that you can begin building wealth. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. As always, I want to thank the men and women who serve and who have served this country. I greatly appreciate you all. So until the next video, guys, I'll catch you guys later.